Hello, good evening, everyone. How was your day? And welcome for today's training. My name is Ambassador Tahole Joshua. I'm the registrar of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management, and we have been providing this professional training for our followers on YouTube and Facebook. And this training has been running for a year now. We have been offering the training in different courses, such as the one we are doing currently now, alternative dispute resolution, peace and conflict management, peace and sustainable development, emotional intelligence, diversity management, social, human rights, and social justice are some of the courses that we have been offering. And maybe next month we'll be looking at international relations and diplomatic affairs. It's going to be a free course, do you understand? So we have been providing this training for the past 1 year, and we have issued certificate to more than 3,000 participants in our free training so far. And you are another set of people that are going to participate and benefit from this training. And so far, about 500 people registered for this training, and we hope that all of them will write exams and then also get the certification. But it's not just about the certification, but the skills you are going to get in participating in the training is what matters the most. So I would like to welcome all of you for today's training. It's going to be a wonderful training session for today, and I believe that you are going to enjoy it. So if you join us, do wait to let us know where you're joining us from, your name, the location, so that we know where you're connecting with us from, and that will help us to know who is with us and who is enjoying what we are offering here. So thank you and welcome for today's training. Once again, my name is Ambassador Tahole Joshua, and I have been your uncle all this while. So thank you, both of you, all of you joining us from Facebook, YouTube. I believe that we're going to have a wonderful time this evening. So it's a pleasure to welcome you, Ambassador Dasplank Ayuba Dauda. Is a member of the Institute from Jos Plateau. Thank you for taking time to power this training. Gabriel Tay from Ghana. Thank you for taking time to join us. Favor from Lagos, thank you for taking time to join us. Someone is joining us from Miami. Thank you. Ryan Kant, thank you very much. And then we have Joshi, thank you. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking time to be part of today's training. I appreciate all of you. Ambassador James Ogbohemi is also a member of the Institute of Global Peace and Conflict Management, Lagos, Nigeria. It's a pleasure to welcome all of you, and I believe that you people have been enjoying this training so far. I can see in your WhatsApp group, you people are bringing case studies, discussing scenario issues, trying to debate and argue and then come up with something. That's a good one. That shows that you people are anxious to know and also to practice what you are learning. And I appreciate those of you that have taken time to participate in contributing to make the discussions in the WhatsApp group more smooth and effective. Do you understand? So I appreciate all of you for that wonderful participation. Kingsley from Port Harcourt, thank you for joining us. So it is a wonderful time to be together here, and I appreciate all of you for taking time to connect to this training. And so far so good what we have covered. Do you have any question before I proceed? If you have any question based on what we have covered so far, I would like to know. I would like to share with us so that we know what is your concern If you have any question based on what we have covered so far, let us know your concern. All right, Josephine from Port Harcourt, thank you for joining us. Anybody? Question? If there's any question you would like us to attend to based on what we have covered, you let us know. I'm looking at your comment section. If you have any question, please drop it. Elizabeth from Bauchi, thank you for joining us. Fred from Cameroon, thank you for joining us. Any question based on what we have covered so far? If there's any question, you can go ahead and ask. I will respond before I proceed with today's training. But today's training, we're going to look at Unit 2 of Module 2, which is mediation skills. Mediation skills. In today's training, we're going to look at mediation skills. We have been looking at mediation as one of the components of ADR, and we have looked at Gorete from Rwanda, thank you. We have looked at some of them briefly, so we are looking at them in details. All right, so we are first and foremost examining mediation, and today we are going to look at some of the skills that as a mediator you should possess. All right, some of the skills that are expected of you to possess as a mediator. Some of the skills that are expected of you to possess as a mediator is what we are going to look at today, right? So you are welcome once again for today's training. So let's look at it. Mediation skills. Elias Mohammed from Jos, thank you for taking time to join us. All right, so mediation skills. Mediation skills. Mediation skills. All right, one of the mediation skills that we would like to talk about is communication skills for effective mediation. Communication skills. Communication skills. Communication skills. One of the skills that you need to possess as a mediator for you to have an effective mediation session is effective communication skills. Effective what? Communication skills. For you to be able to have a successful mediation session, you must possess the ability to communicate effectively. Communicate empathically. Do you understand? Communicate effectively, communicate empathically. Do you understand? Communication skills is one of the skills that you need as a mediator to be able to conduct a mediation session successful. If you do not know how to communicate effectively, you cannot be able to do much as a mediator. You cannot be able to communicate effectively as a mediator. Do you understand? You cannot be able to achieve much success in trying to mediate any matter. All right, you must communicate effectively. You must communicate empathically. You must possess some level of communication empathy. Do you understand? So that you have to validate the feelings of the parties involved. Do you understand? And it takes empathy for you to be able to validate the feelings of the parties you are trying to help them resolve their disputes. Do you understand? So communication is one of the skills that you need for you to be able to um, address or conduct a mediation session successful. All right. So you must possess strong communication skills. All right. So it's very, very important. All right. And when it comes to possessing strong communication skills, there are certain aspects of communications that must be considered. And one of those aspects of communication skills that must be considered, and it becomes also a part of the skills, is active listening. When people are talking, you are talking. If one is talking and you also are talking, it means that nobody listens to anybody. So nobody understands anybody. Do you understand? So the fact is that you need to have ability to listen, and listen effectively, listen attentively, for you to be able to go through a mediation session. Both the mediator and the participant must pay attention to what each other is saying in the process for you to be able to have a successful session. Otherwise, it's not going to be easy. Do you understand? Otherwise, it's not going to be easy. So, paying attention, listening carefully to each other's contribution or opinions will give you the opportunity to be able to go through the session smoothly. So active listening is number one requirement in terms of effective communication. It's not just you speaking that is part of communication, but you should listen more than you speak. Listening more than you speak help you to understand better what it is. Do you understand? So that is it. Another one is clarity and conciseness. Clarity and what? Conciseness. You must be concise in your communication. You must be clear, no form of ambiguity. Understand? There should be no form of ambiguity in your communication. Express yourself clearly, simple, and concise. So by the time you begin to bring jargons or terminologies, even if you are communicating in a professional environment, try to make your communication very simple so that each person can understand. If possible, you can break down. If there are technical words that you want to use, you can still break those words down, or you can try to explain when you mention a particular word and it sounds as if you are taking some people to a strange land. You have to explain it so that they can follow up. Do you understand? So that's why communication skills is not just about speaking, but ability to speak clearly and also concisely. No too much stories, no beating around the bush. Go straight to the point and drop it, and everybody understands you, and you move from there. Do you understand? So let your communication skills be as concise as possible. So clarity is very, very important. Then another one is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication. Now, when it comes to communication, it's not just what you hear that matters, but what the eyes are saying. What is the look saying? What is the tune of the voice saying? What is gesture saying? What is posture saying? All of this matters a lot. So non-verbal communication cues must be taken seriously. If you must go through a mediation session successfully, you must take non-verbal communication, aspects very, very important. You must be observant in your mediation process, because it's not everything that one says that it counts. Some may say it because they have to say something, but the eye is saying something else, the look is saying something else, the gesture is saying something else. Do you understand? The body is saying something else. So it's left for you to be able to detect what the eyes are saying, whether the eyes are saying yes, or the eyes are saying no, or the tone of the voice is saying no while the mouth is saying yes. Do you understand? It's left for you to be able to detect that. And the only way you can detect is when you master non-verbal communication aspect of this communication. Do you understand? So you have to take cognizance of these non-verbal cues for you to be able to recognize when communication is going different from what the mouth is saying. All right, I hope you are following up. So if you're following, you can do it to comment, paraphrase. Just comment in the comment section what you understand, paraphrase what you are learning, and also do it to share it across, let others see what is happening here, and also like the session. Do you understand? It's very important. Keep us visible for others to contact us and also benefit from this training. We're not just doing this training for doing sake. For us, it's a way of empowering our participants to have the ability to resolve conflict in their own corner, in their own domains. And by so doing, we will reduce the effect and the impact of conflict in our society so drastically when we have so many people armed with the skills to resolve conflict, to mediate, to negotiate, to carry out those activities that will help to reduce the consequences of conflict or violence in our society. So this is what we're doing here. So we are not wasting our time, and I believe you are also not wasting your time. And I believe you are not just here for the certificate, but also to acquire knowledge so that you'll be able to apply the knowledge and solve problems in your community, solve problem in your organization, solve problem in your association, solve problem in your personal family or life. Do you understand? It's very, very important. So that's the reason why we are doing this. So from this, it's go a long way to solve a lot of problems. Do you understand? So you can share it so that others can see. By sharing it, others may come across it and then also follow to register one day and be part of the program. So thank you very much. So we are looking at communication skills, and we talk about some aspect of communication skills that make communication to be considered as being effective. And we say that one of those things is active listening. As a mediator or the participant, the parties to the conflict, you must listen carefully. And then we also talk about clarity and conciseness. That is, you have to communicate concisely, communicate without ambiguity. Do you understand? Avoid using technical terms in conversations. Do you understand? It's very, very important. And then also we talk about non-verbal communication cues. You must take adequate observation of those non-verbal cues. Do you understand? So that if somebody is saying something like this, you should be able to know. Do you understand? You talk to someone, you do like this, you should be able to know. You should be able to watch somebody's expression and just know that this person is not comfortable trying to express this, and so that you try to cut your discussion. Otherwise, you continue to ask the person question, and then the person may get angry, and then at some point it disrupt the process. Do you understand? One day I went to see somebody and I was asking him some question, and I feel that he was not being free expressing what I was trying to ask, so I cut it short. I did not ask any more questions. I just sit there and then listen to the person talk, and then after that I left. Do you understand? Although it was just a normal conversation, it was not an issue. I was not resolving any conflict. I was just there to ask just questions on certain things that I wanted to know. But when I asked, I discovered that the person was not comfortable expressing it. I decided to stop. I did not ask any question again, so that I will not get anybody offended. Do you understand? So that's what it is. So take observation from non-verbal communication cue, so that you will not end up offending someone and then get yourself lost an opportunity that you should have grabbed. Do you understand? It's very, very important. So open-ended questions. All right, for communication to be very, very effective, and also for you to be able to carry out mediation process effectively, you should be able to ask open-ended questions. Open-ended questions are questions that elicit responses, attract responses from the responder. Do you understand? That is the intention of the questionnaire or the examiner is to get a response from the responder. All right, so ask questions that we deduce or we induce such responses to come forward. Do you understand? Because if you ask questions like were you in the market yesterday? Were you in the market yesterday? Yes. No. It's as simple as that. So these are um, closed questions. Do you understand? Because they just demand a yes or no. So what do? Ask questions that will make someone to talk. Do you understand? So open-ended questions are also part of the skills that you need to possess. Know how to ask thoughtful, thought-provoking questions so that people can come out of their shade and speak. Do you understand? So that people can come out of their shade and speak. Do you understand? It's very, very important. Give someone the opportunity to express themselves by the way you ask questions. Do you understand? How do you look at this? By your own observation, what would you say concerning this matter? Do you understand? Okay, how will you describe this free professional training? Do you understand? If I ask you, do you enjoy this professional training? It's a yes and a no. But if I ask you, what is your thoughts about this free professional diploma training? Or how do you describe this training? Do you understand? So it will elicit you to say something. Do you understand? It will cause you to say a lot of things concerning the training. Maybe you talk about the way it's being offered, the way it's being presented, so far that it's free, and so many aspects, and how it helps you and all of that. Do you understand? But if I just ask you, did you enjoy the training? Yes or no? That is as simple as that. Do you understand? So that's it. So paraphrasing and summarizing is also another skill. Ability to paraphrase, and that's what I'm trying to ask you to do in this training. I kept telling you to paraphrase what you understand, all right? So in a conversation, you should be able to paraphrase what somebody is saying. Okay, if I can understand you, this is what you are saying. You say so thing. You are saying that for your communication to be effective, you must possess the skills to listen effectively, and then you or attentively. You must also be able to express yourself clearly. Do you understand? All right. So if you are paraphrasing this, it gets me to understand that you are following. And in a mediation session, paraphrasing helps someone to know that you are following their conversation. You are following the process. You are up to date with what they have said. You understand? That's why you are paraphrasing. You cannot paraphrase what you don't understand. Do you understand? So it's very important. So paraphrasing and summarizing is very important. You can summarize someone's conclusion. So in essence, what you have said, that this and this and this needs to be done for this and this to happen. Is that what you are saying? Do you understand? So the person will say in affirmation or confirmation that yes. Do you understand? So that's why summarizing and rephrasing or paraphrasing is very, very important. Do you understand? So paraphrasing is a training, it's a skills. So if I'm asking you to paraphrase what you are learning from this training in the comment section, then I'm not wasting your time. I'm not asking for comments. Do you understand? It's a training. It's a skill that you are developing. So it's a skill that you need to master. So far as peace and conflict resolution is concerned, apart from authentic dispute resolution, you still need such skills. Because whenever you are resolving conflict, you must follow up with this. You must paraphrase. You must summarize points that parties involved are trying to say. So it's very, very important. Do you understand? So you're not wasting your time. So I'm not eliciting comments from you. I'm asking you to practice a skills that you need to master. So it's very, very important. Do you understand? So that's it. So neutrality is also a skill for you to learn. Learn how to be neutral in matters that does not concern you, in matters that you are there just to help to resolve. Learn how to be neutral. Don't become too emotional and then entangle yourself in any process by taking side with anybody. Do you understand? Because you will disrupt the process and you destroy the confidentiality reposed in you to mediate in the matter. Do you understand? So if the parties to the conflict have considered you to be someone they can confidentially approach for you to help them resolve their problem, then don't go and take side. It doesn't matter. Don't get emotional. Some of you may get emotional and then forget the essence of why you are there. So you don't need to get emotional. You don't need to get emotional. Do you understand? Just remain as neutral as possible and help the parties involved to resolve their problem. Do you understand? So because you are not a judge, you are only a mediator. So there's no need for you to take side. Do you understand? So neutrality is also one of the skills that you need. Being impartial, you cannot partiality the worry you. Because in everything you want to show partiality. It's my personal person, it's my friend, it's my this, my that, it's my tribal, this one. Keep that aside and deal with the situation you are trying to address. I don't know if that is making sense to you, right? So if it's making sense to you, it's making sense to me as well. Do you understand? So mediation is what we're talking about here, right? Conflict resolution techniques is also one of the skills that you're going to learn. Conflict resolution techniques. You need to familiarize yourself with what techniques such as brainstorming, interest-based negotiation, and problem solving to guide resolution. Because if you don't know the techniques to resolving conflict, one of those techniques, as simple as we have said, brainstorming. Brainstorming, what does that mean? You bring your idea, I bring my own. We reason together, we come to conclusion. We adopt certain aspect of your ideas, you adopt certain aspect of my idea. We put them together. We reconstruct the ideas and then make it perfect. Do you understand? That's what we're talking about here. Brainstorming. Interest-based negotiation. Don't look at the position. Negotiate based is your negotiation should not based on what the parties say they want, but what are the mutual interest base? What are the mutual grounds that the parties, all of them, are looking at? You understand? It's not the position they came with in the negotiation session, but the interest behind the position. If I say I want this diploma, I want this professional diploma, that is my position. But the question is, why do I want this diploma? What is the reason for me wanting this diploma? That is the interest. You understand? So the interest should be what you should be negotiating, not the position. So if you want this training, if you want this diploma to go and get job, we cannot deny you that. But for us as an institution, you get job to help yourself, that is fine. But how does that help the society? You understand? Have you resolved any conflict? Have you mediated any matter? And if not, it's as good as. Or have you used the knowledge you have garnered here to train your colleagues in your office? Because we are giving you manual. You have gotten the knowledge. You have a manual with you. Did you use this manual we have given you to train others in your office? If that is not the case, then you are here for yourself. So if at me I am to negotiate with you based on the fact that you are just going to get this certificate to go and get a job, then I may lose interest in offering this training. Because if it's like that only, then I will say that you have certificate enough to get job. You can go and get a conventional certificate or university, get a job. Do you understand? If that is the only reason why you're coming for this training, I will lose interest in providing this training. Yes, I understand that we encourage those that are secondary and those that have SSCE to apply so that they can get this. It can help you to get some other jobs, like, require certification. Do you understand? But that is not the whole essence of this training. The essence of this training, if you are a business owner, did you use the skills you acquire here, the training, the knowledge, and did you use that manual you have with you to train your employees that are working with you? If you are a director in an organization, do you use the skills you are getting here to train your subordinates under you? If you are an employee in an organization and you have an opportunity to provide training, and even if you do not have an opportunity, you can talk to your manager. My manager, I received a training on alternative dispute resolution, and I found that training useful, and I think it can help our employees. So if you can give me a date that I should organize in-house training for my colleagues so that it can help us to have knowledge of alternative dispute resolution, then it can go a long way to help, and that will help empower others. That is, I empower you. It's like I'm training the trainer. Do you understand? I empower you, you empower others, and those others empower others, and then it continues like that, and then the society becomes better. That is the essence we are providing this training. Apart from this, there's nothing more so important than this. So if you get this training, don't go and sit with it. Empower others. Do you understand? Empower others. So I'm talking about interest-based negotiation. So if I am to negotiate with you, the reason why you are coming for this training, and I come to find out that you are just coming to get it for employment purposes only, then I will lose interest in providing this training. But if you can tell me that you want to get the knowledge so that you can help to solve the problem of conflict in our society through the various ways you think you can, then you got my attention. Do you understand? That is as simple as that. But like, I understand that we have different needs. Of course, your needs may be for job, your needs may be for societal problems, all right, that are pushing you. Do you understand? When you look at social vices in our communities, you want to just, what can you do? Some of you, after this training, you can even go and start what we call social enterprises. Do you understand? A social enterprise, a business that is aimed at addressing the problem of political party conflict or electoral violence and so many other stuff. Your social enterprise will focus on that. Do you understand? Or you have an organization that is focusing on getting young people out of courtesan, or child trafficking. Do you understand? That's the reason why we're providing this training. We're not just providing for you to go and sit down with it. Start something. You can register an NGO, gender-based violence issues. Your NGO may focus on those issues and be addressing it. Do you understand? So we have several social vices, several issues that we can address. Do you understand? And it can go a long way to solve our societal problems. So please, let's work together. As we are getting this knowledge, it should empower you enough to start something to solve a problem. Look at a problem in your society and begin to address it. Do you understand? Very soon, we are going to start a mediation center. It's just that I have a lot of things on my hand now. That's why that center has not started. And because there are issues of marital dispute, the issue of marital disputes, marital dispute is too pronounced in our society nowadays. It's overwhelming. People go into marriage. I don't know the essence. I don't know what they understand about marriage that they step into it in the first place. And then the next thing, the marriage is say you don't desire it again. You don't want it anymore. Abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuses at home. It's becoming so terrifying. Do you understand? Get hold of our emotions. Know how you feel. Be aware of how you feel. When you are getting out of control, you should be able to know. If care is not taken, you will kill somebody, you should be able to know. And then you should be able to control it. Do you understand? That is just it, self-regulation. You know, one of the things that made my father-in-law to give me his daughter. You understand? My father-in-law, what made him to give me his daughter is because of my self-control. He said that he observed in me that I'm a man of self-control. Self-control. It's very, very important. You need it. Otherwise, you will kill somebody without... You will say certain things that are ordinary. And when you say them, when the anger dies down, if they tell you this is what you say, no, I didn't say anything like that. But you say it. It's like it's a spirit. Do you understand? It's like it's a spirit that controls you. Like when you are, it's like you want to kill. You say you kill somebody. Until when you kill the person, that your senses will come back. It's like the madness will leave you. And when that madness leaves you, discover that you are in trouble. At that time now, you'll be saying it's devil, it's the handwork of devil. It's not devil, it's excessive anger. Inability to recognize at what point you were getting out of hand and activate self-control. I don't know, I'm making sense. I'm talking about emotional intelligence. So we are still going to organize a course. We are still going to organize a course on emotional intelligence. And for those of you that are members of the Institute, our next continuous professional development training is going to be on emotional intelligence. And it has to do with leadership. Emotional intelligence, how leaders activate or integrating emotional intelligence in leadership. Do you understand? This is the topic we are going to consider for our continuous professional development training. The flyer will be out soon, and the training will take place by next month. You understand? This one is for our members who are certified members only. Do you understand? So that is it. So it's very, very important. Emotional intelligence. You must master your emotions. You must master your emotions. Otherwise, you can kill somebody. You see, these people that kill people, if by the time they finish, they will tell you that I regret what I did. They will say devil. It's not devil, it's excessive anger, inability to control your emotional impulses. That's what led you into what you did. You beat your wife. You cannot control. You beat your wife. You carry hot water and pour on your child. How possible is that? How do you do that? How do you arrive at that? Do you understand? Because you cannot control your emotions. You should be able to, even if it's stress, you should be able to know at what level stress is causing you to be angry. And you should withdraw. Do you understand? Otherwise, I see where people, parents, carry hot water, pour on their children. Carry pepper, beat your child, put pepper on. Guy, oh my goodness. So that's the high level of, I don't know, emotional ignorance or whatever. I don't know the word I will use. So emotional intelligence, patience. Another skill that you need to possess as a peace ambassador, as a mediator, is patience. Patience. The word patience. You see, if you are a person that wants to settle a matter in a hurry, you cannot settle anything. You always hurry up in a situation and come up with no result. Do you understand? You must be patient. One of the key components of a peace ambassador, as in one of the key ingredients, one of the key traits of a peace ambassador or a mediator is what? Patience. Patience. I learned patience not just with myself, patient with my children, and also patient with God. You know that, because sometimes we feel that God is not coming at the time we want him to come, so we want to take the step out of God's way. You understand? So you must learn how to be patient even with God. You have an expectation that is not coming, now be patient. Someone is not cooperating, be patient. You are trying to help parties to solve their problem and one person is not cooperating, be patient with the person and continue to engage the person until the person yields. Do you understand? That's why under normal circumstances, if you want to resolve any conflict and a particular party is angry and it seems that the party cannot be controlled, leave the person. Leave the matter for now. Wait. When the anger goes down, you can engage the person again. So that's why you must be patient. Some of us are we are so in a hurry, like even on the road. Some of you on the road, you'll be right. Where are you going? By the time you hit that car somewhere and you die, then you discover that your impatience was for nothing. So I don't rush. You cannot see me take a bike and say, bike person, rush. I'm in a rush. Just rush. I'm late. No. Don't rush, go. It's better to arrive late than to get there with dead as a corpse. Do you understand? Or found yourself in the hospital, or with one leg dislocated, or with heavy injury somewhere. Do you understand? It's better you should just arrive late than to rush yourself into. If you know that you must be somewhere on time, just start the journey on time. If you know that you are to be at work by 7 and the road where you used to take there's traffic, then beat the traffic, start your journey by 4 a.m. or by 5 a.m. you should be out. There will be no traffic. Get to your office, relax, and get set for work. You can even go and complete your sleep in the office before your working hours start. For those of you that are in Lagos, you understand this story very well. So you must be patient. patient with your children, patient with yourself, patient with your colleagues, patient with your staff. Patient with your, you give somebody work to do and they didn't do it the way you want. Calm down. Correct them with love and with passion. You understand? And if you are angry, don't go out of hand to be angry. Do you understand? Just be moderate in your anger. Very, very important. Grace Meaton from Uganda. Thank you. All right, so that's another skill. Let's move to the next one. You need to follow up skills. Some of you, if you have able to just resolve a matter, you don't want to even know how it goes. Do you know that follow up is a skill? To follow up on a matter, that is follow up. You have resolved it, they have reached agreement, but did you check back on them to know if they are implementing what they have agreed to resolve? If not, then you are a bad mediator, a very bad one. You understand? So you must follow up to know that the parties are implementing the agreement they reached. Otherwise, they may reach an agreement today, but there's that possibility that they may renege on that agreement. So it's for you to follow them up to ensure that it's being implemented as agreed. It's very important. Be implemented as agreed. If that is not it, then you yourself as a mediator, you failed. Follow up is a skill, so you must possess it. Don't end something halfway. Follow it up. You understand? Follow it up. Follow it up to a logical conclusion. All right. Now, I believe you have understood some of the basic skills that you need as a mediator. All right. Effective communications, where you talk about active listening, clarity, and communication. Do you understand? Very, very important. Yes, somebody paraphrase something very important here. Follow up help you to get feedback. Feedback is very important. Do you understand? That's why at the end of this training, you're going to do a video. We always say that video should be 1 to 3 minutes. All right? That video should be 1 to 3 minutes. It's a feedback video. You are going to video yourself and say something about this training. How the training went, what you benefited from the training, and how you are going to use the knowledge acquired from the training. That's the video you're going to do. And it's going to be 3 minutes maximum. It should not exceed 3 minutes. 1 to 3 minutes maximum. Done. Just introduce yourself. My name is Ambassador Tavle Joshua. I underwent 1 month professional diploma training in alternative dispute resolution. And one of the things I learned in the training are the various components to resolve dispute outside of the court. I learned about mediation, arbitration, I learned about dialogue, I learned about negotiation, I learned about conciliation. And I believe that with the skills I have gotten from this training, I'll use the skills in my current working place to, make my working environment peaceful and effective. And I also, if I have the opportunity, I will help to educate others about this important component of alternative dispute resolution to enable them also solve personal problems and also corporate problems in our society. 3 minutes maximum. and then you are done. Does that make sense to you? So 3, that's it. Solve the problem. So let's look at the next topic: building rapport with parties and managing emotions. Building rapport with parties and managing emotions. We talk about emotional intelligence. For you to be able to build rapport, do you understand? For you to be able to build rapport with the parties in conflict, that is you get yourself along with the parties in such a way that you are able to manage their emotions, to get them engaged in conversation to solve a problem. But you know that sometimes sometimes we get so emotional that we get carried away. Yes, we are talking about a place for empathy. There should be empathy. The essence of empathy is to validate someone's feeling, but it's not for you to be carried away with someone's feelings. You understand? Yeah. Oh, I understand how he feels. I understand how he feels. That was. I know how it feels. Like, do you understand? I'm trying to validate your feelings, but that does not mean that I'm carried away. I'm still focusing on what I want to get from you. All right? Building rapport means you should be friendly. Carry the parties along. Don't come and show authority. I'm your mediator. I'm your mediator. So you listen to what I have to say. No. It's not like that. We know that you are a mediator, no doubt. But build rapport. Yeah. Please, friends, I'm not here to detect anything to you. I'm only here to help you to communicate to solve your problem. I'm also part of the process. I'm not a leader. I'm just part of you, but just that I am in the middle to make sure that we communicate effectively. Do you understand? So feel free to express yourself. Do you understand? Feel free to express yourself with respect, with dignity. Do you understand? And there should be no insult. There should be no, just get along with them. Just make it friendly. Make the process so friendly. Do you understand? Make jokes. Do you understand? Make jokes with them. Do you understand? Make them laugh. Make them smile. Don't be too serious. Don't be too bossy. You are not there to bossy anybody. You are only there to assist them to resolve their problem. Don't go and tell them about your personal experience too much. Because some people want to help people to solve problems, but they end up telling their own stories. That is not correct. Do you understand? So it's not about you. It's about the people who you want to help them to solve problems. So create that rapport, building rapport, right? With parties and managing emotions are crucial component of effective mediation. So how do you build rapport? Mr. Tokma Thompson, we have already shared the manual in our WhatsApp group. So if you are not in our WhatsApp group, find your way inside that WhatsApp group. All right. And if you don't know how you find yourself inside that WhatsApp group, you can reach out to me through WhatsApp, plus 234 8077 987757. I'm calling the number again. It's my WhatsApp line. It's the official WhatsApp line. So, and it's with me. So you can tell me simply that I'm participating in the alternative dispute resolution training. I am not in the WhatsApp group. Help to add me in the WhatsApp group, and then I'll add you. Do you understand? Or I'll send you the link to join. So I'm calling the number again for the sake of those that are foreigners. Plus 234 that's the Nigerian code, 8077 987757. I call it again and the last time. If someone can get the number correctly, just tap it in the comment section. Let others see it there. All right. Plus 234 8077 987757. Some of you online here have this number, so you can just tap it in the comment section. For those that doesn't have it, to see it is our official WhatsApp group. You can chat with me on it. Yes, Mark Daniels Bolaji, thank you very much. That is the number. Those of you that are on Facebook, but you did not put plus, so you put plus 234. All right, plus 234. That's good. That's good. That's the correct one. Mr. Mark Daniels. Plus 234 8077987757. So you can get it and then chat with me. Say that I am participating in the authentic dispute resolution. I'm not in the WhatsApp group. Please set me at or send me the link to join, and then I'll send you the link. You join, and that solves the problem. You understand? You can access the manual in the group. The manual is in the group. The manual is in the group. So it's very, very important to get it in the group. Do you understand? So that is it. Nigerian factor is disturbing us here. See? So the Nigerian factor. I'm dealing with Nigerian factor. Do you understand Nigerian factor? NEPA come, NEPA go. Do you understand? So that is it. So are we together? So now, we want to look at how we build rapport. How do we build rapport? Number one is to build trust. Establish what? Trust. You cannot rapport with someone you cannot have an effective relationship with someone you don't trust.